This is the one thing I guarantee you're not thinking about when you're picking your windows and doors. All right, so that one thing you're probably not thinking of is thermal breaks. Of course, everyone talks about energy efficiency, and there's a lot to that of what makes it up. But what are people really needing to consider when they're thinking about their windows and doors, when they're considering energy efficiency? It is that thermal break. Now, what's a thermal break? Typically, people are going to think about a thermal break as that component in there that's going to stop the cold or heat from transferring from the outside of the house to the inside of the house. Different manufacturers have different ways of creating thermal breaks, and within that, there's parts of the windows that naturally create a thermal break. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I have several different constructions here to kind of show you what we're talking about and why. So traditionally, when someone's thinking of a thermal break, it's typically with an aluminum window. That's where you hear that come up quite a bit. If someone's doing a window that's aluminum inside and outside, you need some sort of thermal break to keep that cold from transferring, because metal's reactive to the cold, right? Metal's reactive to the heat. It's going to transfer in unless there's something to stop it. This would be an example of your typical thermal break that you would see on an aluminum product right here. You have this little bridge area here, this polymer that's going to stop the metal from the outside touching the inside. And you can see here, they basically have a channel in place that nothing from the outside is touching the inside. So the aluminum that's on the outside of the window is going to stay the temperature of the outside, and then it's not going to affect the temperature of the inside, or at least minimize that as much as possible. So there's this plastic extrusion that kind of clips into the window and is a part of the structural integrity of the window with an aluminum window. There's another type of thermal break when it comes to aluminum windows. Now this one happens to have a wood application, but it's still an aluminum window, which is this one here. So this was a Rainier's extrusion. This is the MB79, and we deal with Bertrand on that. Bertrand Windows out of Poland, really great company to work with, and they help us with Rainier's products. This is Quaker Windows, and this is specifically the Quartz Luxury line. This is the Timberline series, which is the same thing as Cityline. Cityline would be aluminum on both sides. Timberline is aluminum on the outside and wood on the inside for aesthetics. Now you can see this is a little bit different here, right? This cool stuff here looks a little different than this one here, where you have that bridge material in place there to create that thermal break. This is called OptiCore. Now what's OptiCore? It's not a transformer, it's a technology that they use to ensure that they are creating a good thermal break by keeping the metal on the outside, not touching the metal or the wood on the inside. Now, what's really neat about this, I was at their plant, and when I was at their plant, I watched them put this in place. So they have the extrusion of aluminum, and it's aluminum all the way around, even underneath here. When they put that extrusion through the framing material before it's assembled, they inject this OptiCore technology, like a rubber that's injected with air, so it expands like an expansion foam almost. And with that, that injects in the whole extrusion all the way down in the framing system, as well as they do it in some of their sashes, they do it in panels, they do this OptiCore technology in quite a bit to boost the energy efficiency and as a way to ensure they have a great thermal break. Now what's cool is, after they inject that in, they're going to go ahead and rip out the back side of the aluminum on there. So there is zero aluminum from the outside touching the inside, creating a great thermal break. Now on that, you're going to say, well, how does this window hold together with just this, expansion foam material? And the answer on that is it's crimped, screwed, corner keyed, siliconed, like it's held together, the structural integrity at the corners on that, but extremely rigid product and great performance. Now, speaking of this, we talked about what people typically would think of with a thermal break would be either that OptiCore or this bridge setup here with the extrusions that basically hold that window structurally together. The other thing when we talk about thermal breaks would be regarding glass. Now, the spacer matters. This is a super spacer. So this is a no metal warm edge spacer. This warm edge spacer technology is going to assist in not transferring the cold from the outside in. A lot of the spacers that are out there, nothing wrong with it, it's just part of the way they're constructed, are gonna have metal in their spacer, like this guy right here. Now this is still an energy efficient window, it's just a different way that it's constructed. But that warm edge, no metal spacer technology is a great way to ensure that cold and heat is not going to transfer from the outside in. It's another thermal break. So when people think thermal breaks, they're thinking this stuff here, but the spacer in between the glass is another thermal break. Additionally, we see here, this is double pane glass, right? There's 2 panes of glass, 1 dead air space. This is triple pane. There's 3 panes of glass and 2 areas of dead airspace. Now, with that being said, that is another thermal break because you're having layers before you get from the outside to the inside. So triple pane versus double pane, that is another example of a thermal break. Some other examples of thermal breaks, I'm just gonna move these around here a little bit. Another example of a thermal break would be dead airspace. Now you see all these chambers here, right? That's not meant just to look cool, although it is. All these chambers here are dead airspace, and dead airspace is a fantastic insulator for a thermal break, right? All these chambers add an additional thermal break, similar to the triple pane versus a double pane. Every one of these spaces are another thermal break, keeping the cold or hot air out and the regulated air in. So that is another thermal break in the window that a lot of folks don't necessarily think of. So this isn't just for structure, it's for structural rigidity, it's for the ability to make larger sizes. It's also for the performance of the window, that every one of these chambers add to the performance of the window with another thermal break. Now, what's a different type of thermal break? Wood. Wood is an outstanding insulator, and here's a great example. This one's beefy, right? That is creating a thermal break. That wood on the inside is naturally insulating, and it's going to keep that air that you want outside. It's going to keep the air you want inside. It's naturally warm to the touch. It's not going to be affected by heat or cold as much as an all aluminum product, where they would have to do some manipulation to meet energy performance. So wood is an outstanding thermal break. One other thermal break, something to think about: weather stripping. Where is the window weather stripped? You have this one here on the weather stripping, and we have one more point of weather strip here. So you have multiple points of gasketing on that window, again, adding 3 more thermal breaks. So when you're thinking about windows and you're thinking about energy efficiency, an important thing to consider is a thermal break. How is that window manufactured? How is that window going to perform? Not necessarily just the performance of it, but how is it constructed and how does that stack up compared to the others? Everyone kind of has their own recipe, if you will, but with that being said, there's a lot of different ways to do this, and depending on your product, depending on your project, depending on your application, depending on where you live or overhangs, heat, cooling, it could really vary on what's best for you. So if you need help trying to figure out what window is right for your project, contact us, info@monmouthmillwork.com. We'd love to walk you through all the options and really nail down what is best to make sure you get the best bang for your buck.